Hey family, it's your girl Ms. Mofilla, and of course we're inside the maze with another dose of the critical breakdown. We have a very special situation going on today. Ain't no lyrics, ain't no song, but we're gonna break down the art of the real estate market, man, because baby, do we need this information. With none other than, tell us your name, sir.
Ray at Buy with Ray on Instagram.
Okay, and listen, I figured he could tell it better than I could. I'm really excited to have him here because this man knows everything that we need to know when it comes to the real estate industry, man. It's the critical breakdown. Let's get straight to it. First, I feel like I would ask for you to give me like a 30-second soundbite if somebody asked you, tell me about who you are and what you do.
So,
like I did that, y'all, right?
Obviously I'm a real estate agent.
Right.
Said that. I've been in the industry for 7 years now. Ooh. I've been helping mostly first-time home buyers. Mm-hmm. So I would say I'm an expert at doing that. You know, grabbing people by the hand and going step by step all the way through the end of their results. Mm-hmm. I like to obviously help anyone that has been in a situation where they don't feel like they can do it. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm a people person, mm-hmm. and I enjoy my job with a passion, so.
Listen, that was a good soundbite. You got that right there, okay? Because I feel like the moment you said, I can help those, or who pretty much, it's me that he was talking about. I am so glad you're sitting right next to me because I'm a person that always preaches, you know, we need to own, we need to get into real estate. But I've always stopped myself because I don't know the first step. How do I get there? You know, we learn all the things of you have to have this perfect credit score. You have to have all this money saved. And when you don't feel like you're at that space, you're like,
right, so good point there. A lot of people feel the same way, mm-hmm. right? So the reason I like to help first-time home buyers was because I was one myself.
Okay.
Right, so.
Wasn't we all? Not me.
Yeah. So, remember when I lived in the projects for a long time? Mm-hmm. My mom bought her first property and everyone felt we were really happy with that situation. Mm-hmm. My mom didn't have the best credit. We're not from America, right? So we flew in. And as
represent real quick, because you said you're not from America. Where you from, though?
People won't even believe you.
Tell them where
I'm from the Dominican Republic.
Hey, if I say, no, is that Puerto Rican? If I say Huepa, do I get it wrong? I don't know. I forget. I don't know.
And listen, we all brothers and sisters
I know
at the end of the
right.
day, so that's fine.
Okay, continue. Sorry about that.
So, you know, we felt a certain type of way when we got our first property. Okay. And I wanted to create that moment for every single person I met. Mm. And how did I do that? So I started a team. Mm-hmm. I was working obviously 2 jobs because I have my real estate license, and I was working a 9 to 5.
Wait, before you continue, this is the part we got to break down, right? The art of entrepreneurship in itself. When you have to work that 9 to 5, but still chase your passion and dream at the same time. Mm. How do you juggle that? Just really quickly.
It's difficult, mm-hmm. but if you find the strategy and the plan, you can do it. So.
Got that
off camera, we were actually talking about how COVID mm-hmm. was a big thing for me, right? Mm-hmm. So after COVID happened, I reflected on what I wanted to do in my life.
Okay.
So 9 to 5 was burning me out in a way, and I said, you know what? They want us out because COVID kind of wanted you out.
Clearly.
You couldn't work at a retail during COVID. Mm-mm. So I took that time off. I went back home. I said, I'm gonna use my license.
Okay.
Made enough money, and I said, you know what, this is not bad. I should be doing this full time.
Okay.
I accumulated some money in the bank. I had 3 months reserves, and I said, I'm out. So I quit my job actually a year ago.
Woo.
Yeah. Ooh. So I've been on my own for about a year, and I'm doing amazing.
Yeah. Let me clap that up for that real quick. Yes, sir. I like that energy. Yeah. All right, so when you get to this phase of you're balancing your 9 to 5 and venturing into the real estate world, right? You knew that you wanted to do this because you had your story and you wanted to be able to pass that same feeling on to everybody else.
Yep.
Now tell me, hi, I'm everybody else. Can you start giving me some tips and steps for the beginner who knows nothing? What would you say are some of the steps to take to get closer to buying your own property?
So the first thing would be, just getting to know if you have a job, that's kind of like where we start, right?
Very much important.
Some people want to talk about their credit score.
Yeah.
But the first thing is to have a job.
Can you sustain the home type of deal? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because then everyone wants the 6-bedroom, but they can only get a pre-approval for $200,000.
Hey, you gotta.
We're in Massachusetts. You can't really just get that for $200,000.
Oh, we're gonna get into the whole
thing.
Massachusetts conversation, but continue.
So I would say, your job. That's one. Having 2 years minimum.
Okay.
Credit score needs to be about 650.
Oh, okay, it's not as
And
bad.
then you have a savings of about 10,000 to 15,000 in the bank.
Oh, these are more feasible numbers than I thought. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So actually, not too long ago, just like 3 months ago, Massachusetts was giving away $50,000 for people like yourself. So if you would have hit me up then, I would have been like, hey, listen, you can get this home and you don't have to pay nothing up front. So
that's my blessing. Don't be like me, guys. Don't be like me. Make sure you contact this man immediately. But continue.
So that did happen for a bit, and then now we have another program that the $50,000 is out. Now we have a 15.
Okay.
So it's not too bad.
Where do I sign?
Call me.
Okay. Say less. I just wanted to make sure you knew that I was intended on that.
What I think you should do is start a strategy. I think nobody does that.
Okay.
So people go to school, you have a time frame. You go to your job, you have a time frame. But when you go back home, you don't have none type of organization. So that's the first thing you want to do.
Okay.
And then I'd be the guy that will give you that strategy.
All right, so what would getting my ducks in a row, so to speak, what would that look like? You said so the credit score, the saving at least 10 to 15,000,
a job for 2 years,
making sure you got a job, right? You got to make sure you got a job.
Job for 2 years, and then the next thing would be creating a personal budget. So I would
said the B word, Joe. Oh, why you say the B word?
I would be the one setting that up, making sure you're buying only certain amount of coffees every week.
So he's not gonna be my friend.
I'll be your best friend. I'll buy you.
You'll be the good friend, but not the fun friend. Continue. I'm sorry.
Actually, you're gonna have great results when we're done, because obviously you're gonna get a house,
right?
And then you invite me to your barbecue.
I'm gonna cuss you out, but I'm gonna be so happy about it when I'm in my house. But he said that B word. Now tell me, what does the standard budget look like for somebody, let's say an educator who has a full-time job?
So an educator, again, it depends, because if you, for example, let's say you make $60,000 to $70,000 a year. I don't know how you structure your budget now, but if you made, let's say for example, monthly, you're like $3,000, but your expenses are $2,500. The bank's gonna look at it and say you only really make $500. So then that's when I come in and say, Mo, we gotta fix that.
Okay.
What are you buying that I can fix? So then I've been able to fix people up until like from now in 6 months. I've been able to do it.
You might actually.
So it's a good strategy, and it works.
You might actually really be my friend. I might need to really connect.
I'm telling you gotta follow me on the Instagram account. I'm always teaching people.
He gonna get me together, y'all. I'm gonna put it into the atmosphere, and I'm putting it into the TCB family. By this time next year, my ducks will be in a row, and I'm gonna be buying a property.
We're gonna be back on this interview, and I'm gonna sit on that chair, and I'm gonna be like,
so how did it feel? I like this energy already. Now listen, I feel like we need like one last piece of advice, or not even more advice. One thing I want to talk about is buying properties here in Massachusetts. I feel like that's a totally different ball game, right? As far as market rent, not rent, because we're not renting, we're buying, right? But market prices. I feel like up here, it's virtually impossible for me to get a property that even as a single person with no family, right?
Yep.
It's virtually impossible for me to get a house that I would feel comfortable in at a reasonable rate. Would you say that's the case?
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not bugging, right?
And after COVID, it got worse.
Okay.
For some reason, like even in Dorchester right now, it's really, you have to buy with like co-signers, and you have to have at least $50,000 to $60,000 down payment.
Now, can I take a pause to look at the audience and give y'all a little message? If you're blessed, and I'm blessed, thank goodness, to be in a family home in these spaces that are like Dorchester or whatever, these high market areas, try your hardest not to let them go if you can. Would you say that?
Yeah.
Try your hardest.
That's a cash cow forever.
Oh my gosh, and keep that in your family. Generational wealth, we'll be talking all that good stuff, but these are the ways to make it happen. I myself, I'm in that predicament, but I also want to, venture out into property for myself.
Right.
So I need to know what I need to do for
You know,
me.
something that I'm trying myself too, because I have a couple of property investments, but right now Airbnb seems to be the wave.
I've been hearing that.
And you don't have to buy in Boston, you can buy in Florida. And you all you need is like $15,000 to actually get in the game.
Now he's talking my language.
So now you have a rental property, you short-term rent it, make your money, pay your mortgage, and then go to Florida whenever you want. Like, yo,
I almost caught the spirit for Ray, y'all. Almost got it.
It's
Listen.
Good. It's good. And you're making money because like every year you're appraising and your value keeps going up. So
we about to be the best of friends, right? Because I need all of this good advice. And if you are smart, you will do the same and follow this man. Because clearly he's got all the gems. Maze Uno himself, the man behind Inside the Maze, actually got his property through you.
he did.
And listen,
He did.
that speaks all for itself, because shout out to, you know, I was about to call him the unofficial name, but shout out to Maze Uno. If you know that man, he loves good quality things. So that speaks volumes already. But now, first of all, shout out to you, Maze. New property, do what you gotta do. Yes. Live it up. Inside the Maze, make your moves, you feel me? Is there any final words that you would give to our audience? Any final thoughts?
So advice.
Advice, that's the word.
Advice to all watching and following
Yes.
this program. This is super important. This year, 2023, it's all social media and it's all Facebook and it's all what you see right now. A lot of the agents like myself, we're teaching people through these platforms. Okay. So you can definitely, I mean, you can go off an article, you can go out and, you know, do your research, but on Google, sometimes you type, I'm getting a cough, and then all of a sudden you're like, you find out you're getting cancer.
Or you're dying, right?
But if you go on social media and you find a person like myself or any other agent or lender or bank or teacher, they're actually teaching you stuff because they really want to teach you stuff. And it's probably the best content you're gonna get because there's an actual person behind that Instagram account.
And he's got the resume behind it, right?
Yeah. So I noticed a lot of people hit me up and they're like, hey, listen, the reason I'm following you is because I saw this video and I feel like you're the type of person that can help me out. It's crazy how that works. Because you can cold call a person, they can't see you.
Right.
But when they're on Instagram, they can see you and they can text you and, you know, and it goes
I feel like that is the
long way.
That's the power of like social media when it does come into entrepreneurship. Your audience is vast at this point because there's no limitation to who you can reach out to. So listen, like we've said numerous of times, reach out to this man for any of your real estate needs if you are at step 0 like myself or even further along in the process. This is your man. You understand me? Make sure you follow him and get all the advice. I'm gonna be on your line.
I'm here.
Heavy,
I'm
sir.
here.
Please understand that. And make sure, reiterate where they can find you on social media.
So guys, again, Ray at Buy with Ray on Instagram. That's REY. So
you heard that. Not R-A, but R-E.
R-E.
Like the sun. You see, I knew that. I knew that. And listen.
This is fun. I love it.
And while you're at it, make sure you follow me, Ms. Mopila, MZMOPHILA on everything. Website still being updated, but stay tuned, MsMopila.com. And while you're at it, make sure you follow Inside the Maze on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell down at the bottom so you can keep track of what we're talking about here. Gems on tops of gems by the sunshine. Ray. You see how that happens? It's bars here. It's the Critical Breakdown, man. Peace out.